Thomas the Retro Nerd, and welcome back to the Super Smash Bros. Marathon. And this happens to be my 50th review. This show needs a bigger budget. Also, yes, I had to apologize. Yes, I'm wearing a glove here because I had minor cuts here, and I really don't want you to see it because it's kind of embarrassing. And of course, yes, I did get Super Smash Bros. 4 on the Wii U on launch day. I'm playing the ever-living shit out of it just for the sake of reviewing it. So, with all that saying, let's just move on. The original Super Smash Bros. Was a commercial success, and it became one of the best sold games on the Nintendo 64. So, a sequel had to be a no-brainer. Flash forward to 2001, where we Americans got a sequel to Super Smash Bros., which is a month late on the Nintendo GameCube's launch, but we got the sequel. It's better known as Super Smash Bros. Melee. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to address this. This has been confusing me since I was a kid. My parents keep telling me it was pronounced Melee, but the game and a lot of people I heard on the internet keep saying it was Melee. Melee, how is it pronounced? Seriously, this is confusing my brain. I don't know, it's some sort of tomato thing, and I get confused with that, but forget it. I keep calling it Melee when I was a kid, so I'm just gonna keep calling it Melee. So here we have the game that everyone goes nuts over whenever they talk about the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. With the upcoming release of the Nintendo GameCube, Sakurai was named head of the production for the development of this game. Also, I forgot to mention in my last review, this franchise involves the president of HAL Laboratory at the time, Satoru Iwata, who is now the president of Nintendo. Kudos to you, Mr. Iwata. He had helped out with the production of the first game. That's really good. Sakurai worked on developing this game for 13 months straight, and he called this period of his lifetime destructive, with no holidays and no short weekends. Dude, you got some serious guts with this title. So in late 2001, we get introduced to Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. It surpassed the popularity of its predecessor, and Melee eventually becomes the GameCube's highest-selling game of all time. This is also the first installment that has gotten a critically acclaimed rating for any game. Around that time, I never knew there was a sequel made because I didn't even own a GameCube at the time. Well, it wasn't until Christmas 2003 when my parents got me one along with 4 games, and one of them is, of course, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Alright, enough history about this, let's get on to the review. Now, I gotta say that this disc is a bust. So many scratches on this disc because at the time I wasn't careful with my game disc because I was used to cartridges. Also, in the middle of the disc is cracked. You might be thinking that, well, this can't play anymore. Well, you might be wrong. No matter how many scratches it has, it still trucks on like a trooper. By turning on the console, we get the game's opening cutscene, and I had to say that this is great. Not to mention the fact that the music is orchestrated very well. But I had to admit, even though this is good, but I don't feel as pumped and ready to play this game rather than the first one. Well, it doesn't matter, it's still great anyway. Now, the controls for this game is much improved from the last game. You got side specials and air dodging, which in this case, I welcome. It also helps out with the best way to play Super Smash Bros., the GameCube controller. It's hands down the best controller for any console. Now with the roster, we got the original 12 characters back along with the 14 newcomers for this game. So that begs the question, are there any changes to the veteran fighters? Yep. The main problem is Luigi. They killed his recovery to let the players constantly use his green missile. Man, this is pathetic. Well, in the next installment, I'm glad they fixed it. Link is a bit more flexible than the last game, which means that he can use his hookshot to cling on walls for safe recovery. Oh, and he can also shoot his arrows for a distant attack. That's nice. Pikachu's quick attack has been nerfed as well. It means in contact with any enemy damages the opponent. Bowser and Peach are now playable characters because I had to remind you that they were supposed to be programmed in the original game, but they were cut because of memory limitations. So now I can let Peach kick Bowser's ass for kidnapping her so many times. The Ice Climbers Popo and Nana make their first 3D debut. That's kind of odd because Ice Climber is an NES game, and it's the only game that they're in. I'm surprised that they could fight in pairs. Mewtwo is the most popular newcomer in this game, and I'm glad that he made it in, even though because, again, memory limitations. But the way to unlock him is just crazy, and it's just ridiculous. You have to complete 40 hours of versus mode or 700 versus matches? Oh, fuck it. Let me just put in 4 controllers, leave the game running for about 99 minutes, and then come back 4 times, and bam, I got you. But if I do have to be honest, I don't think that Mewtwo is the best character in Melee. Okay. I had that coming. I deserve that. But please, let me explain the reasons why. Mewtwo might be powerful, but he is too floaty, he's a glass cannon, and even though the Shadow Ball is really cool, I have to deal with this noise. Yeah, that's what I mean, trying to rape my eardrums with the most obnoxious sound for over a decade! There's a game series that we Americans didn't know at the time, Fire Emblem. Marth and Roy are the 2 characters that represented the series, and even though that they're almost the same in combat. Well, I'm glad that they're in this game, but if they're not, we wouldn't have Fire Emblem come overseas. Now let's get to the characters that comes to mind. For this game, I don't think clones don't mind at all. It might have some differences that are good, like Dr. Mario is stronger than regular Mario, Link is faster when he's 7 years younger, and Falco is a bit much of a brute than Fox. But God Jesus on a surfboard in a volcano. Why the fuck is Ganondorf called up Captain Falcon? That's bullshit! Another pathetic character is Pichu. Pichu might be cute, but he is the worst character in Super Smash Bros. History. Every time when you use any electric attack, or a skull bash, or a quick attack, he takes damage. Yes, he takes damage on himself. Why the fuck would they ever do something that is completely boneheaded? Even in Pichu's description, it says that he is perfect for handicapped battles. Why the fuck did... You know what? I'm not gonna ramble anymore. Now, a lot of people say that Pichu is the joke character for this game. But does that mean that I have to put him on the board here? Hell no! He doesn't deserve the title. It should belong to my favorite character, Mr. Game & Watch. It does give the question in the beginning, how can a 2D character fight? Well, it's simple, given the moves from his game series. I had to say, since I was an old school gamer, I really liked him. Well, not at first glance, in fact. I thought he was weird the first time I saw him, but as time passed on, he grew on me as my favorite character. So if you think that the worthless balloon Pokemon can fight, well, a 2D character can fight as well. So, Mr. Game & Watch is up on the board as joke character. Sorry. Alright, enough about the characters. The one-player mode is massively improved, better known as classic mode for this game. It's the same thing as in the last game, but it has a few tweaks to give some variety. On certain difficulties, if you manage to get Master Hand's damage down halfway, you will get introduced to his psycho brother, Crazy Hand. That's really good. Give it a better challenge to conclude classic mode, and it does satisfy me in multiple ways. The other part of gameplay is adventure mode, which serves as a big journey for one character, and I have to say that this is pretty good for this game. Sometimes it does scratch my head a couple of times, like as a kid, I don't know jack shit my way through the underground maze. Well, how about this? Fight 2 small Donkey Kongs, then fight a giant one, and then we'll call it a morning. Metal Mario is still the sub-boss for this mode, but after unlocking Luigi, we have the duo, as I called them as a kid, the Metal Mario Brothers. The final boss of adventure mode is just a big Bowser. Boo! Well, that was anticlimactic, and... what the hell? Oh yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about! Giga Bowser. He has become a standard character in Super Smash Bros. When I first encountered him, he pissed the shit out of me. Seriously, he scared me to death. No, but seriously, can you imagine him fighting him as a final boss in the next Mario game? Oh, please, Miyamoto, make it happen! I want this to be the final boss! At last, there is All-Star Mode, which is activated once every character is available in the roster. It's fresh and new, and it's also nice to kick everyone's ass here, along with so many Mr. Game & Watches at once to end it! Also, in All-Star, you can only get one chance and 3 heart containers from Zelda. There's also Stadium where we have multi-man melee, home run contest, and break the targets returning from the last game, which I stupidly forgot to talk about. Each character has a certain stage to break 10 targets as fast as you can. Well, I like this to test my skills against the fighters. Cruel Melee is not joking around when they mean cruel. So I think I'm gonna have to choose Donkey Kong. Yeah, my main man. I think he's be perfect combination for this. Yep, I suck. Event Match gives the player different scenarios to complete. Some of them I can dig, but some of them can piss me off. Puffballs, you know it can go to hell! Well, I know it's just Kirby's with copy abilities, but at the beginning of the event, they're gang up on you! You get no recovery from this! I consider this the worst event of the entire game. The showdown with Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and Ganondorf really satisfies me when I conclude them. And by destroying all of them, it gives you the activation to Final Destination. It has no platforms, but only skills against you and the other fighter. And it became a staple to the franchise, and of course along with this stupid joke.
I challenge you to a game of Smash Brothers. What's this? No items. Fox only. Final Destination.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but it's just stupid to me. The multiplayer kicks ass in so many ways. The carnage is faster than the last game. All the stages are great, but some of them are a bit head-scratching. Some of the auto-scrolling stages can be a bit annoying, which of course I do hate anything that auto-scrolls in video games. Brainstar Depths, oh my god, this place scares me because this stage introduced me to Kraid from Metroid. Ugh. Corneria is like Sector Z from the last game, but smaller. It's one of the stages that became a staple to the franchise along with Battlefield and Final Destination, of course. Pokefloats lets you fight on giant Pokemon, kinda like a parade or something. Flat Zone is my personal favorite. Characters fighting in a Game & Watch game? What the? That's the coolest idea ever! No matter what stage you play on, we all know that there's gonna be chaos coming around. You also have other ways to fight your opponents with some more chaos. Most of the ideas are good, but some of them are stupid, like fixed camera, pathetic, slow-mo melee, boring, and tiny melee. It's just ear-grating. Now, stamina mode, I could dig. It's kind of like an old-style fighting game for you to knock out all the energy from your opponents. Well, that's how old-school fighting games work. These stages are great, but the process to unlock them is all just painful. Getting Congo Jungle from the last game is the blame. You have to survive 15-minute melee to unlock it, and it can be a chore. Now, I did this back when I was a kid. Donkey Kong center stage, down B. His down special can knock out all the wireframes, but once he gets a little pot shots, you have to be aware of a capsule or a bomb that'll knock you right out of your progress. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. Now, I'm not acting like I'm the only one. Seriously, raise your hand if you ever use this trick. Yeah, that's what I thought. All the items except for the bumper returned from the last game along with some new tools to mess up with the competition. Hold it, that ball with the lightning bolt, is that the screw attack? Screw attack! God! Well, in fact, in this game, everyone can have a chance to use the screw attack, and I think it's a bit broken in this game. You can use it constantly before you can chuck it to your opponents. Huh. Well, it's kind of odd because you know that Samus's up B is really the screw attack. With the addition of the metal box, when I'm playing as Mario, it'll let me play as Metal Mario for a short time. I really like this, and I also like it when the other fighters can have some metal action as well. The best part about this game is to collect trophies. You might run into some in the one-player modes, but whenever I see one, I just had to snatch them. Or you can use the coins that you earn at one-player mode at the lottery to get some more. Just remember, the more coins you use, the bigger chance you'll get a new trophy. In the back of the case, it says that there is close to 300 trophies to collect. Some of the trophies are from upcoming games, and some of them are games that we never heard about, and some of them are just head-scratching. Yes, of course, I used that 3 times. What can I say? This game head-scratches me. I mean, come on, you know that it's a motion sensor bomb from GoldenEye 64. So, is Super Smash Bros. Melee a fantastic sequel to the series? Surprisingly, yes. Like I said before, it surpassed the first game in a long shot. Everything you love in the series is here, and the only thing I don't like about this game is that it's too fast for my taste. Yeah, to me, faster doesn't mean better. It doesn't matter, me and my friends will always have a party with this game. So if you still have a Nintendo GameCube and a copy of this game, invite your friends over for some ass-kicking multiplayer action. Well, I heard rumors that GameCube games are going to be on the Wii U's Virtual Console, so I hope it's true so we can put this game on the list. This is one I highly recommend, and I don't disappoint. The most hyped up installment has done and over with. Super Smash Bros. Melee is really good, one of my favorite GameCube games of all time, and it's a lot of fun when you have friends around, and of course it'll become a madhouse. So, that saying, here's to 50 episodes, and here's to 50 more in the future. So, maybe next time we'll take a look at the next installment where it has the fan base split right through the middle. And that, of course, is Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii, which is my personal favorite. Until then, I'm Thomas the Retro Nerd. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.